All right, let's get right into it. We're breaking down the third AUS test at the legendary Adelaide Oval. And wow, this match has had absolutely everything. We're going to unpack every single big moment.
You know, this whole test match really boils down to three things: an unbelievable century from a hometown hero, a huge controversy thanks to some wonky technology, and a classic cliffhanger finish that has left this entire series hanging in the balance. So, let's dive in.
So, it all started with the coin toss. Australia called it right, and no surprise to anyone, they decided to have a bat. I mean, an Adelaide pitch on day one, it's a batsman's paradise. It's flat, the sun's out, it was the perfect stage to go out there and post a huge score.
And post a huge score is exactly what they did. Australia's innings was a story of real grit, a lot of determination, and one performance that was just truly special.
They put 371 on the board. In an AUS test, a score like that is a huge deal. It's a massive psychological blow, and it puts all the pressure squarely on England's shoulders to try and match it.
And the main man behind that monster total? You guessed it, the hometown hero, Alex Carey, a magnificent 106. Honestly, his knock was the heart and soul of Australia's entire innings.
But you know, the story behind those numbers is what really makes it. Carey's century came right after Australia was in a bit of trouble early on. He just came in, absorbed all that pressure, and totally anchored the innings. And you absolutely cannot forget Usman Khawaja's 82. That was such a tough, gritty innings that laid the perfect groundwork for Carey to do his thing.
But look, England didn't just lie down and take it. Their bowling attack, led by the fire of Jofra Archer, who had an amazing spell of 3 for 29, they really showed a ton of fight. They made Australia earn every single one of those runs.
And just when the story seemed to be all about bats and balls and pure skill, the match took a really sharp turn. A massive moment, one that wasn't decided by a player, but by a machine, ended up casting this long shadow over the whole game.
Which brings us to the big, thorny question. Was every single run, especially the ones scored by the man who got 100, was it all legitimate? This is where things get really messy.
Okay, so to get what happened, we need to talk about Snicko. All it is really is a super sensitive microphone that listens for that tiny, tiny sound of the ball just grazing the bat. It shows up as a little spike on a graph. It's supposed to make those razor-thin calls, and you know, the modern game relies on it to be accurate.
Well, the big problem was, on this day, the technology just didn't work right. There were a few glitches, but the one that really mattered involved Alex Carey. England was absolutely certain he'd nicked one, but because of a tech issue, the evidence didn't show up. He was given not out. A crucial wicket might have been missed because the system failed.
And this wasn't just some on-field chatter. As The Guardian reported, England went ahead and lodged an official complaint with the match referee. Now, when a team goes that far, you know they feel like something has gone seriously wrong.
So with all that controversy swirling in the air, England had to go out and bat. And they were under pressure not just from the scoreboard, but from a seriously fired-up Aussie bowling attack.
And yeah, this scoreboard at the end of day 2 pretty much tells you everything you need to know. Australia, 371. England, in reply, are in deep, deep trouble at 213 for 8. That gap is just huge.
Let me just put that in perspective for you. They are trailing by a whopping 158 runs, and they only have 2 wickets left in the shed. That is a monumentally difficult position to be in.
But hey, even in that disastrous spot, there were signs of life. Ben Stokes, like he always seems to do, showed incredible grit for his 45 not out. Jofra Archer also came in and chipped in with a really useful 30 runs, but every single run was a struggle against Nathan Lyon and Cameron Green, who were just relentless and gave them absolutely nothing for free.
So that's where we are now. The whole match is just perfectly, delicately balanced on a knife edge as we head into day 3. The fate of this game is going to be decided, and it's going to be decided fast.
Really, it all comes down to 2 possible outcomes. Scenario 1, Australia's bowlers come out fresh, they take those last 2 wickets in a hurry and just stamp their authority all over this game. Or Scenario 2, England's last batsman, with Ben Stokes leading the way, somehow, against all odds, pull a miracle partnership out of the bag.
And so that leaves us with this final thought. Cricket is a game of the tiniest margins, right? A little edge here, a dropped catch there can change everything. But when this Adelaide Test is all said and done, what are we going to remember it for? Are we going to talk about the brilliant century and the fantastic bowling? Or is its legacy going to be forever tied to that technical glitch that might have changed the entire course of the game? I guess we're about to find out.